This video is about small-scale coiling. A coil has two dimensions. It has a left and it has a right. It also has a yin and a yang. A yang coil goes from the inside to the outside. Inside to the outside. A yin coil is from the outside to the inside. Coiling is two dimensions. If we add a third dimension, forward and backward, becomes a spiral. This is a coil. This is a spiral. Spiraling would look like this. Remember, spiraling is three dimensions. Coiling is only two dimensions. Spiraling could be forward or backward. That spiraling is a subject for an upcoming video. Coiling has a left and a right, a yin and a yang, but it does not have a forward and a backward. And in this video, we're dealing with small-scale coiling. So we won't be doing large-scale coiling like this. We'll be doing more of a small scale, like this. Like all types of Tai Chi movement, coiling, so it starts at the bottoms of the feet, is directed by the waist, and is manifested in the hands and the fingers. If you tried to coil using your arm, it wouldn't be very strong. And if you tried to use the coil to escape from someone grabbing your wrist, chances are it would not work. But if the whole body is connected, the movement is powerful. So we're training coiling. We want to train the whole body from the root through the waist to the fingertips to be one unified energy. In addition to the connection of the whole body from the root through the waist to the fingertips, fundamental training for small-scale coiling includes two basic exercises. One of these is called butt pivots in couch. Well, so what does that mean? Well, let's say the back of your wrist is the butt, and your palm or your opponent's palm is the couch. So butt in couch, okay? Then the butt pivots in the couch with the whole body connected. The second basic exercise for small-scale coiling training is the snake climbs over the branch. So the butt pivots in couch and the snake climbs over the branch. The snake can climb over in a yang direction, or it can climb over in a yin direction. So butt pivots in couch, snake climbs over the branch. It's nice that you could practice these exercises solo so you don't need a partner, but you can also practice them with a partner. So you see, we can have a yang snake, or we can have a yin snake. Yang snake, yin snake, yin snake. Okay, so butt pivots in couch, snake climbs over the branch. With the partner, the butt pivots in couch and snake climbs over the branch looks like this. Butt pivots in couch, snake climbs over the branch, and through this coiling exercise, you can end up on top. It doesn't matter if you're using the opposite side or the same side. Okay, butt pivots in couch, snake climbs over the branch. Or snake climbs over the branch yin. If you're tangled with somebody, you can use coiling to gain the upper hand. Literally. So if you're tangled like this, I'm in a disadvantageous position because my sky window is open. However, with coiling, I can get on top, and now Rich's sky window is open. And of course, it could go either way, yin or yang. It doesn't matter which way it goes. It can go this way and that way. You can use coiling for self-defense, for example, to escape from a wrist grab or an elbow grab. It looks something like this. Yeah, that was yang. This is yin. Notice that the sky window is open too as a result of this coiling. In the beginning, you probably would use large-scale coiling to escape. Well, once you trained your connection from root through waist to fingertips, you'll be able to use the small-scale coiling. Large scale looks like this. But notice that small-scale coiling is much quicker and more compact. If it were an elbow, perhaps on my elbow, I would coil with my elbow. I'm out. When you use small-scale coiling, it is quicker and you are better able to stay in the ring. With the large-scale coiling, you can see how it might be difficult to stay in the ring. And you see way over here, this hand is out of the ring. And by ring, I mean this. Shoulder width, chest width, heart width. So to stay in the ring, small-scale coiling works much better. So the cross grab here, small-scale coiling, I'm still in the ring. It's always better to avoid a fight if you can, but if you're forced into a fight, You can use the coiling to bring out a whole variety of yin and yang techniques. If Rich punches with his right hand, and here I've intercepted the punch, if we're going to get into a fight, the coiling allows me to open up the sky window, for example. That was a yang coil. If he punches again, the yin coil enables me to do things like to get into a chin na. In this case, it goes right to a chin na called prop up the elbow. I can use the coiling, and that becomes a bit like spiraling, to disrupt the opponent's center. If Rich punches again, coiling to pluck, and then to disrupt his center. Now let's see that again in faster motion. But from here, the coil attaches to his center. Another example would be I do a yang coil and come here to this chin na technique called upward wrist press. Once again, intercept and wrist press.